Doing OMAD, or one meal a day, means you're choosing to go roughly 23 hours without food and then giving your body everything it needs in a very short eating window. And this is exactly why what you eat in that single meal matters far more than most people realize, because OMAD is not just about eating less or skipping meals, it's about precision nutrition. And when done correctly, it can become a powerful tool for energy, metabolic health, mental clarity, and long-term sustainability. But when done incorrectly, it can quietly drain your body of nutrients and lead to fatigue, cravings, muscle loss, and hormonal imbalance weeks or months later. So today we're breaking down the real science behind what your OMAD meal should look like, not vague tips, not trends, but the actual foods your body requires to function optimally for the next full 24 hours. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to build a complete OMAD meal that works with your biology instead of against it. And before we begin, remember, this is educational content only and not medical advice. And if you have any health condition, you should always consult a qualified professional before making dietary changes. Now here's the core reality of OMAD that most people overlook. You have one opportunity per day to deliver all essential nutrients your body needs to repair tissues, support your brain, regulate hormones, maintain muscle, and fuel your immune system, which means nutrient density becomes non-negotiable. Nutrient density refers to how many vitamins, minerals, amino acids, and beneficial compounds you get per calorie, and on OMAD you cannot afford to waste stomach space on foods that only provide energy without nutrition, because processed foods, refined sugars, and empty calories might make you feel full temporarily, but over time your body will respond with low energy, cravings, weak immunity, and poor recovery because it's searching for nutrients it never received, which is why your OMAD plate must be built around foods that deliver the maximum biological value per bite, and near the top of that list are whole eggs, because eggs contain high-quality protein along with B vitamins, choline for brain health, fat-soluble vitamins, and essential minerals, making them one of the most complete foods available. Alongside eggs, fatty fish such as salmon, sardines, and mackerel provide protein plus omega-3 fatty acids and vitamin D, nutrients that reduce inflammation, protect the heart, and support cognitive function. Organ meats like liver may not be popular, but nutritionally they are unmatched, delivering massive amounts of vitamin A, iron, B12, and folate even in small portions, and including them occasionally can prevent long-term deficiencies. Dark leafy greens such as spinach, kale, and Swiss chard are equally critical because they supply magnesium, vitamin K, folate, and fiber while supporting digestion and metabolic health. Legumes like lentils and beans provide plant protein, resistant starch, and minerals that support both satiety and gut bacteria. And the principle here is simple. Every bite on OMAD must work hard for you. Now let's address protein, because this is where confusion spreads fast. Many people believe the myth that the body can only absorb 30 grams of protein per meal, but human digestion doesn't work on a timer. Protein is broken down and absorbed gradually over many hours, and consuming a large amount in one meal does not cause the excess to be wasted. Instead, your body processes it at a controlled pace, and research has shown that people consuming their daily protein in a single meal can maintain muscle mass and body composition just fine. So on OMAD, a practical protein target is around 1.6 to 2.2 grams per kilogram of body weight, which means most adults will need roughly 100 to 150 grams of protein in their one meal. And to reach that comfortably, foods like ground beef are often easier to eat than large steaks. Fatty fish provides protein plus omega-3s. Eggs contribute significantly. High-protein dairy like Greek yogurt or skyr can boost intake easily, and for plant-based eaters, tofu, tempeh, and legumes can work, but usually require larger portions. And if meeting protein needs feels difficult, a whey protein shake alongside your meal can be a practical solution without overwhelming your digestion. Now let's talk about fat, because fat is not optional on OMAD. Your brain is largely composed of fat. Your hormones depend on it, and vitamins A, D, E, and K cannot be absorbed without it, meaning if you eat vegetables without fat, much of their nutrition passes straight through you unused, which is why adding olive oil to vegetables is not just about flavor, but about nutrient absorption. Fat also slows digestion and provides sustained energy, helping you stay satisfied during the long fasting period. And the best fat sources for OMAD include avocados, extra virgin olive oil, nuts like almonds and walnuts, whole eggs with the yolk intact, and fatty fish, all of which support cardiovascular health and metabolic stability. And this balanced approach to protein and fat is something we emphasize deeply here at Medical Truth Zone, because without it, OMAD becomes unsustainable. Now let's shift to a topic most people ignore completely: gut health. Your digestive system is home to trillions of bacteria that influence digestion, immunity, inflammation, and even mood, and fasting has been shown to increase gut microbiome diversity. But what you eat when you break your fast determines which bacteria thrive. Processed foods and sugar promote harmful bacteria linked to inflammation, while fiber-rich whole foods feed beneficial bacteria associated with longevity, which is why vegetables like broccoli, carrots, Brussels sprouts, and spinach are essential. Fermented foods such as yogurt, kefir, sauerkraut, and kimchi introduce beneficial bacteria directly. Legumes provide resistant starch that nourishes gut microbes, and foods like garlic and onions act as natural prebiotics, although fiber intake should be increased gradually to avoid digestive discomfort. Now we must address one of the biggest hidden causes of OMAD failure: electrolytes. Fasting increases electrolyte loss through urine, and without adequate sodium, potassium, and magnesium, symptoms like headaches, fatigue, muscle cramps, brain fog, and heart palpitations can appear. Sodium supports fluid balance and nerve signaling and may need to be slightly increased during fasting. Potassium is critical for heart and muscle function and is found in avocados, leafy greens, potatoes, and fish. Magnesium supports hundreds of enzymatic reactions and helps with sleep and muscle relaxation and is found in nuts, seeds, dark chocolate, and greens. And ensuring these minerals are present in your OMAD meal can prevent most fasting-related discomfort. Now consider this. What can we learn from the longest-lived populations on Earth? Cultures where people routinely live past 100 years tend to eat simple, whole, plant-heavy diets with beans, vegetables, and whole foods forming the foundation, meat consumed in moderation, minimal processed foods, and meals eaten mindfully. And this principle applies beautifully to OMAD. You don't need exotic supplements or extreme restrictions. You need food your great-grandparents would recognize: vegetables, legumes, quality protein, healthy fats, and simple preparation. Now it's important to acknowledge that OMAD is not one-size-fits-all. People with blood sugar issues may benefit from eating protein and fat first and carbohydrates last.